Hi Sagittarius, Trishna here. Welcome to your August 2019 reading. Before we get into the reading, I just want to let you know that if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, I'm going to have a video out by the end of this week that'll explain a little bit more about that process. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out. So getting into your August 2019 reading, what I'm feeling for you is I feel like you're actually in a really good, positive, happy, excited, positive, like I was saying before, mental place. And I think that that's really good. It almost feels like you have crawled yourself out of some hole, whether that hole represents an actual life problem that you've been having to deal with, or whether it represents a mental situation you've been in where maybe you were in a mental deep dark hole. Either way, you've crawled out of it, and I think that you're really proud of yourself, and I think that you should be proud of yourself because that is a challenge. That's a challenge. It's no easy feat to come from a really difficult situation or even a really difficult negative mentality and come out in a positive way. But I feel like that has been the theme for you the past few months. Like you have really had some really difficult past few months. And yet, every month you still come out on top. You get beaten down every month and then you come out on top. You get beaten down the next month, you come out on top. You get beaten down the month after that, you come out on top. And every month you have just excelled no matter what was thrown your way. And I feel like now you feel like you've crawled yourself out of this hole and you should be proud of yourself because it has not been easy, and you deserve to feel proud of yourself and you deserve to feel good, and you deserve to be happy. What I'm feeling for you for August of 2019 is I feel like the past few months you've hit this low and this high, this low and this high. And every time you hit this low, it almost forces you to jumpstart yourself, and it forces you to have to think about your life differently so that you can reach that high. It's like sometimes when you hit rock bottom, there's no way to go but up, and so you're almost guided and forced to start thinking positively over and over and over again. And I feel like for August, it's going to be a different kind of situation for you. I feel like August is kind of a time when things could be better, but things could also be worse. So it's kind of middle of the road. And I feel like you're in this very positive mentality still, and you're going to carry that through the middle of August, where you're going to be thinking positively and you're going to have all these good thoughts and you're going to be like, I can do this and this is going great, and it doesn't matter what the external reality shows me. It matters what I think. It matters my vision. It matters my mindset. All of that is really what matters. And then about the middle of the month, that's when there's kind of a make or break moment for you where your life is going to be middle of the road, like I was saying before. Could be better, could also be worse, not really that great, but your mentality for the first 2 weeks is going to be on an upward trend. And then about the middle of the month, that's that make or break moment where it's like, okay, I've been thinking really positive, things really aren't getting that much better for me, nothing really seems to be happening. And that's the moment when you can either sustain the mindset that you've now achieved with the positive upswing for the first 2 weeks of August, or you could slip and kind of give up a little, or maybe forget about this mindset work that you've been doing and start getting into your old patterns. And that's really the moment when I think it's important that you sustain your mentality and remember that sometimes it takes a little while for results to show on the physical surface, even though you're doing all the work on the energetic astral layer. And you're rewiring your mental patterns right now. And you don't want to slip back into old patterns because then you'll have to do the work all over again. So you want to maintain all that you've achieved and just keep it going. So the first 2 weeks of August are going to be relatively positive for you because of the mindset that you're going to be in. And then the second half of the month is really going to be about how you choose to see things. Are you going to maintain that positive mindset, or are you going to let yourself kind of sink into a little bit of a slump or a depression or some kind of sadness? I am also getting that for some of you, again, this is a general read, but for some of you, there's going to be somebody in your life. I think they're already in your life. They feel female to me, but again, this is a general reading, so however this applies to you. I feel like this person is someone that you've been able to rely on and is someone that you can continue to rely on to kind of help you whenever you're in these slumps. But the thing that I'm getting for you is that yes, this person can be there for you, but there's only so much that they can help you with, because at the end of the day, the only person who can think for you and think in a positive way and pull you out of your slumps is really you, yourself, because only you can think for you. Only you can choose to see things from a different perspective in hopes that better is on the way. And I use the word hopes, but I really want to say in trust that better is on the way. And that's really the guidance that I'm getting for you, is really try to take this time to work on trusting. I know this has kind of been a theme for you, but again, I feel like you trust more than you did a few months ago, and that's really positive. So continue that good work. Trust and have faith that things are going to work out for the best for you, even if it doesn't look like that on the surface. And what I'm getting to tell you is that things actually are already working for you. Things have already been set into motion for your benefit, for positive things to come into your life, for positive outcomes to come towards you. You just can't see it right now. It's just the timing is not right for it to come to the surface, or certain things, like there may be some timeline that you're working with, and so this kind of goes back a little bit, or this kind of relates to the mid-July videos that I put out, where I think you were in a really frantic mode trying to make something happen faster, but no matter how fast you worked, it really wouldn't have sped up the process because there is some kind of timeline that you have. And so I'm feeling a little bit of that here, where everything is set into motion for your benefit, but there is a certain kind of timing restriction that is in your life right now, so you can't see it yet. But you have to trust that it's there, because it is there. And the other thing that I'm getting called to tell you, so I guess the important part, the thing you need to take away, is to trust and have faith, because things have already sorted themselves out to work out in your favor. Just trust and keep up that positive momentum, because you can't see it yet, but it's already set for you. So keep that in mind as you go through August, especially the second half, because you want to keep that. You want to maintain that positive momentum. You want to make sure that those positive outcomes that are already set for you stay set for you. And then the other thing that I was going to say is there really is no such thing as security. There's only the illusion of security. We can have a job someplace, we get a really good job, we do our best, we work really hard, we get good results for the company, we're maybe a top performer, and then something happens and they're laying people off, and even though you're one of the top performers, you get laid off anyways. So you had this illusion of security because not only did you have a really good job, not only did things seem to be performing really well for the company, but you were also working really hard and you were a top performer. So, that's the illusion of security, but it doesn't actually exist. People get laid off all the time. Different market trends happen all the time that can, take businesses off course. And this all sounds like dark and dreary, but the idea is it's supposed to be a positive message, which is nothing in life is certain. Nothing in life is secure in the definition that we use the word secure in. What is secure, so nothing is ever really certain. So all you can really rely on, all that you can really find security in is your trust that things are working out for the best, even if it doesn't look that way on the surface. That is something you can rely on, because if you rely on that, the outcome will always be that things worked out for the best. No matter what happens, if that's the one belief that you hold, that this is all working out for the best for me, that will always be the outcome that you have, no matter what uncertainty gets thrown your way, no matter how your life gets hijacked. The outcome will always be that it works out for the best for you. So that is the one thing that is secure, is that if you have that belief and if you trust in that belief, that will always be where your life goes. That will always be the outcome that you experience. So I hope that makes sense, that, if we try to make things in our life be secure, or if we try to, act in certain ways, or do certain things, or get certain jobs, or however this applies to you, the external is always something that can be in chaos. The internal belief is what guides us from one chaotic space to a more secure place. And even if that becomes chaotic, it guides us to a more secure place. If that becomes chaotic, it guides us to a more secure place. So as long as we have that trust and belief, it doesn't matter what happens around us. We're always going to be in a better and better place. We're always going to be moving up. So have trust in that, believe in that, and make that your mantra for the month, and actually for your life, is that no matter what's going on I know that this is working out for the best for me. I know that this is in my best interest. I know that I'll be happy with the outcome. So the mantra is, this is always working out for me. This is always working out for the best for me. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I earned your like and your subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.